T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Thanks to Pig for Life, fellow YouTube reviewer of Transformers, I get to review Transformers masterpiece Hound here. He's number 47, and he is officially a Willis Jeep CJ3B. So, yeah, you're going to see all this stuff, so I ain't going to linger on that. But it's a nice Jeep. It's fully made out of plastic. Everything, the tires are plastic as per the norm with Masterpiece Carbots. And yeah, here's what you're dealing with back here. I have the soft top on. He has everything included on him right now besides this hologram cone right there. And I think that's it. But basically, this mostly just comes down and grooves on top of the front windshield. And you can fiddle around with this back here. I wouldn't try to cover that too much to risk scraping the paint. And here, let's take a good look at this stuff. This is how everything should be oriented right there. Right here, we get to see hologram Spike right there. And over here, we have Big Spike. Hologram Spike just sits in there. It's not posable at all. Big Spike, on the other hand, is sort of like an upgraded version of, well, not sort of. It's an upgraded version of MP-47 Spike. The head, I believe, is on a ball joint. It doesn't wiggle too much and doesn't look up as much as the one that comes with MP-47. The arm still is on a ball joint. He has more of a back right there, so the sculpting is actually better. If we zoom in on the face, you can actually see he has definite facial detail. Why they didn't paint it, I have no clue. He has a pin in his back. I'm not sure if that's magnetic. I can't get it to magnetize, so I'm going to go with no. He still has the diaphragm joint right there, so you can get all that posability. Unlike the littler one, he has an elbow joint, which is a little bit too low because his forearm should probably be longer than his biceps. And it actually has bicep swivel. So it is way more posable because of that. Legs can go out to there, can kick up more than 90 degrees and bend more than 90 degrees. It would have been lovely if they could have gave him some type of ankle swivel or pivot. He has peg holes on the bottom of his feet, and as you can see, he does have pegs, or the Hound has pegs right there, but good luck actually attaching that. It's kind of difficult. If you take Roller out, he can fit into MP-47's trailer, of course. This guy probably has more in common with Bumblebee Spike, but here's how tall they are next to each other. He looks like a little frickin' boy. So maybe that's his little brother. And no, I couldn't get him in the Roller. I can kind of get his legs in the front. Definitely not the back, but this is as good as he's going to be sitting in there. And since I don't have all the accessories for this guy, I don't have them readily available. I might as well show you this comparison right here. Very similar because they're based on the same vehicle. You see different shades of paint right there instead of just all orange. The Willis is definitely bigger and heavier because it's made out of freaking, it has a bunch of die cast in it. So, yeah. And it's taller. Because Spike's legs are posable, I can get him in here, but I can't really get Hollow Spike in there. So, yeah, he looks good in there. Of course, the smaller guy isn't gonna look good. Let me show you Sparkplug. Looks like a freaking little person. And in the official Hound, yeah, he's barely above the dashboard right there, as you can see. So, definitely not made for these little dudes. Here is Big Spike next to the Jeep. Here's Big Spike next to Bumblebee, which I think is way more freaking accurate because you shouldn't be shorter than a freaking roof of a Beetle. And while we're here, here's Bumblebee next to him. Here's Cliff Jumper. The gas canister goes onto here. And I have a thought about this thing, the tire but I forgot in the middle. I need to go get some figures so I can try it. So that's what it looks like fully equipped. And we have this thing right here. The cannon that can fit back here. Now, this is probably your mileage will vary, but on this particular figure, that doesn't stay attached to this connection very well. It seemed like it would, but when you start moving it around for its different configurations, it does not want to stay on there. But yeah, of course, this can rotate. It can hinge up right there. So it's not just shooting the windshield or shooting the person in the back of the head sitting there. So that's good. In order to put the soft top on, you need to rotate it this way, bend this at this hinge, and put it like that. And then we can get the soft top over it. Here it is with that on there. Yeah. The only extra accessories it comes with is 2 more extra side view mirrors. They have C-clips on the bottom. So I guess just in case you break these, you can just clip them right onto this pin right there. The hood opens, and they put a little cover to cover his face and try to make it look like some engine parts. And right here on the bottom of the car, or the bottom of the Jeep, which looks like this, you can grab right here and here, and his hollow gun is stored right there for whatever reason this came out. The hologram gun looks like this. It's in a package like this. In order to store it, you need to pull the barrel off and shove that down like this. Now, under here, it's going to be hard to do since we're in vehicle mode. Basically, we need to groove this into that slot right there and take the barrel, the opening part of the barrel, because this is square shaped, the back is square shaped, so you can't put it in gun mode incorrectly. But basically, you need to put the round part of the front of the barrel on that, and then we can go ahead and shut this. Oh yeah, it rolls. It probably would roll better if it wasn't on this surface. Well, not probably, it would roll better. But I think that's everything I needed to show in vehicle mode. And like I said, this does not want to stay on, which is frustrating. Transformation. You know what I hate about this video? I'm going to have to transform Willis. Mod, where to start? I'm going to put this off to the side so that won't get in the way. But basically, you want to untab the seats from there. Untab the seat, like lift it up. And then we can go ahead and swing this all the way out. While we're here, we might as well just spin this around and shove it down so that the hollow part is showing. Take this out, spin it around, bring it down. Right here, this is clipped in 2 places. That's not seeming to clip in all that well. But once you do that, we can go ahead and lift basically this whole thing up like that. Now up here, we need to kind of push down on this while pulling this out. And I guess that's why they did this. If you open this up, you can kind of push down on the arm and help. Let me shut the one mirror up. That's probably why they give you extra mirrors, because you can break that. But this needs to pull out right there. Now we can lift it up to this orientation. Let me shut this. Lift it up here. Lift it up to here. The arms come out. They just pull out. Keep rotating this hinge right here until it locks into place right there. So pull the arm out, and you see how it's oriented. Because I may do a transformation video separately later, but for now, this part of the shoulder is up, like you saw right here. Bring this around and lift it up again till it clicks. Now we take these pieces that the feet were supposed to stick to, push them down, push that down. Go ahead and lift that head out of the way and go ahead and bend right here. Bring that in. Bend right here. Bring this in. Just leave it like that for now. Over here, we can rotate this hinge here, push that down. Rotate this hinge. I'm gonna get the arms out of the way. Basically lower the head right there onto this. And now we bring this out, open this, and bring it onto there. Swing it this way so we can get at the rear of the rocket launcher thing and pull this out and click it into place. And now you take this hinge, bend it this way, and push this into there, right there. The hands on the back of the fingers right here is a little nub. You can grab and pull the hand out. Grab the nub, pull the hand out over here. So now the upper body, no, it's not done. Rotate these wheels in. Go ahead and rotate with this all the way up. Rotate these pieces in. I'm gonna try to make them come over top of each other like that. Right here are two pegs, one on that side, one on this side. They're peg holes right there. So we need to get these seats down. Make sure this is like rocked all the way forward, the gray part. And then get that peg over there and over here. It's like you got a pinch to do it, but once you get it in there, it's secure. I don't like how it works. But once you get it in there, it's secure. Now the real tough part, the legs. What we're going to need to do is oh wait, you need to push that down so we can separate the legs. And let's do this now. That panel needs to flip out that way. This panel needs to flip out that way. We can push the headrest into the back of this. Push the headrest into the back of that. Go ahead and rock this down. I'm gonna do that on both sides. Rock that down. Now with this pushed away, we're gonna push that down and like kind of push it until it goes through. And what that does is forms the front of the foot right there, as you can see. Now this wheel, we're gonna lift up on that a little bit and rock it into this orientation right here. But we need to take this whole assembly, well, make sure this isn't in the way. Take this assembly and rock it up. It's on a double hinge right here. I'm gonna get that hinge like that for now. Make sure this is up and that's like that. Shove this into here. And now we can rock this and make sure that this hinge right here bends that way. Bring this together. And then to make the connection super solid, we need to bring this down and this fake tire pegs into there. So now things should be really solid. Here we can open this panel up, open that panel up, and I'm gonna do this now because you're gonna want to see the gun. Take that out. Take the tire, separate here, Separate there. Bend the tire that way. Rotate it in. Then we can bend this tire that way. Go ahead and shut this part that we on the accordion from right there. And bring this down. So now this rotates inward that way. And this is the front of the foot that rotates that way. And we can collapse this double hinge right there. Now over here, we're on accordion. This was up like that. We're on accordion it to be out of the way right there. Opening this, I'm taking the front of the barrel off of his hologram gun. Now we are pulling the tire. I'm shut that. Pull the tire forward. Bend it this way. Rotate it in and bend it that way. Bring this down first. And now we clip this onto here. And I didn't do this foot. All right, this mess right here is tough. What I'm gonna do right now is bend it in this orientation for now. Shut this, push that through. Get the foot in that shape. And yeah, this is frustrating because it does not want to stay on. But I want to show it the correct way for the people who don't have this problem. Rotate this canister right here. It's called a jerry can. That's what the instructions say. Open this up on that double hinge. I'm pushing my finger through here. Make sure this isn't in the way, just like on the other side. Get that up and open like that. So now we need to rock this hinge that the gun is on. We need to bend it. Oh boy. This is gonna be so difficult to show. Needs to bend that way, bend this way, and then rotate. And yeah, get it into this orientation. Bring this into here. And now go ahead and rock this foot up and bend that hinge again. It's already bent into place. Go ahead and rotate the fake wheel out again. And attach it there to keep that secure. Rotate this way so these little nubbins can be in the inside. Rotate the foot this way and bend that ankle. And sheesh, he is done. Holy crap, I gave myself a bunch to edit out of this daggone transformation. It's easy enough, but it's a lot of steps. And if the certain things fight with you, like that gun falling off over and over again, yeah, trouble. Open this back up. Take this. And yeah, I like this. This is a really good figure. It's definitely a freaking masterpiece. I gotta hand it to them. It might even be better than MP-47. Why I say that? I feel like he's more solidly a robot and things are less riggedy feeling. But MP-47 is, when you put him on the floor, he still stands up. One thing that I wish they would stop doing is this connection point to the hands. At least you can rock the wrist out this way, which is a cool piece of articulation, and that helps you get that in the hand. But he does not hold the gun incredibly well, or at least not in his left hand. That's what the hand I had him holding it in earlier. But they call this the hologram gun, but you can pretend it's whatever. Put this here. And now he can be making a hologram of himself. And to show you, the neck extends right here. There's a hinge on there's a ball at the bottom so you can get all this motion right here. And there's a hinge at the top so you can look up more and look down more. So here he is making a hologram of himself. Here is Spike standing next to him. And let's let you see his body. Back lives matter in this case right here. Now he does have what looks to be a stand port right there, but I cannot, it's too big for a regular stand, so I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, his back really looked like this in the cartoon. He didn't have any of this. This is more flat. It looked like this all the way around to the back, but he definitely had the windshield right here. Well, the only thing off is the hinge assembly for the neck. I will admit the arms seem a little bit little or scrawny for him, but it's more than likely cartoon accurate. But so you can see this missile launcher right here, or cannon, can lift up and rotate and whatnot. They show you that you're supposed to lift this up like, or spin this around like this and have it like this. But what you can actually do with this is hinge this way, and now you have the missile launcher on the other arm. The neck, for the most part, stays flush. When it's not flush, unless you're actually like 100% looking for it, you won't notice it. But with the neck extended, you can turn the head all the way around and whatnot. He has frickin' butterfly joints. I never thought Hound would be able to have butterfly joints to get his hands closer and whatnot. And this isn't the full extent. What's actually stopping it is this assembly is moving forward, but this assembly stops it. But you can hinge that down to get them even further forward right there. Then we have this hinge right here that goes all the way up, plus a secondary hinge that can lift up without that. You have bicep swivel, really tight. You have this elbow joint forward. Then you have forearm swivel. So this joint right here, I'm kind of trying to see how this works. Yeah, that is a double jointed elbow right there, but it's on a swivel. It kind of reminds me of SH Figure Arts for some reason. The wrists rotate, the fingers open, these three fingers all together, this finger, and then the thumb opens up like that. It does have an ab crunch, waist rotation. It has side skirts, so the legs kick out to the side. That much. Let's rotate it. Yeah, that much. And same thing as Bumblebee and Optimus. You get this motion right there so that you don't have to break up the sculpt. And Pig said he didn't think that this was separate, but that's moving separate. Thigh rotation. Knee bends more than 90 degrees. Looks like that in the front. And the ankles are crazy. Ankle pivot. You see they swivel. And you can kick back all crazy amounts and kick forward crazy amounts. So, yeah. You can get this guy and some really awesome dynamic freaking poses if you want to. No problem. This is usually my go-to pose. These feet definitely help. And he's not back heavy or anything. Feet look like this. So, he's freaking awesome. Here's a close-up on his face. And here's something I thought was cool. I thought Pig didn't include this, but you have the visor up in there. So, pull that out. Push it back down. This hinge is really tight. But now here he is with the face mask or face visor. Now you saw what this face looks like. You can push it up to get it out. So here's a little groove right there. You slide it down onto that peg on the top of his head. And here's this face. Just a basic neutral face. I don't know if that's a speck right down the nose. Must be. Special feature, lift that forward. We can unhinge this, and we can put this key on here that was used to keep Ravage locked up. The key is like a gunmetal type color. Well, yeah, still loosely on there, like it was loosely on there on the cartoon. And the last thing he can do, open this up, open the hand up, take the hand, but oh, Jesus Christ. Here it is. He's holding it. That's as good as I can do. And I doubt if anybody will ever use this anyway. That's the Bad Cube Trailbreaker. And Ocular Max Sphinx, I do remember his name. Here is Ratchet right there. Here is Trex. And MP-47. Alright, here is Bumblebee. And Spike next to Bumblebee. I think that's a better scale compared to what they have on the cartoons. Alright, and here's this. I've been dreading transforming this dude, but I'm here. As you can see, they are similar heights. This guy, the official masterpiece, blows him away articulation-wise. This guy, yes, based on outdated technology. Like, this was never a good design right there. That's weak right there. No matter how many times I tried to screw that and do stuff, it still gets weak. This is weak. But, let me show you he's a bit more bulky, bigger arms. Similar backs. This has more of a backpack because the back sticks out further and whatnot. The chest seems to stick forward a little bit further. So, yeah. It's amazing how Takara Tomy remedied that. This wasn't going for a toon aesthetic, so it has silver paint and whatnot. Silver on the face. And, yeah. If you want to be reminded of the articulation, I have a review for it. I'll put a link in the description and a link at the end of the video so you can see everything there is to know about this guy. But if you're not worried about articulation, it feels good. But stuff like this will piss you off trying to pose him on a shelf. But he still looks like Hound, really. It looks like Hound jumped off the cartoon, unless you look at the face a little bit more. That is way more cartoon accurate than this face. But yeah, last thing to show off, yes, he comes with a half colored, half black and white instruction manual that they've been coming with for years. They have like different poses and images from the cartoon and whatnot, and a tech spec card that looks way less dynamic than he is. But there you are. But I like this figure. I like Spike. I definitely like that they gave him elbows and upgraded bicep swivel. The arms and stuff will still pop off. Like, this bicep is so tight, it might, when you turn it might make his shoulder pop off. But you get a lot more leeway. You see, I'm doing all this without it falling apart. So that's great. Anywho, thank you, Peak for Life, for lending this to me. Thank anybody who watched this to this point. Hashtag completionist if you did watch it all the way to this point. Thank you again for watching. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos.